Hello and welcome to Doing More. I'm Erica Cardenas. Today I'll be giving you an exclusive tour of one of the most amazing properties in Phoenix called First Place, a residential property that nurtures a spirit of community, independence, and interdependence in a supportive and caring environment. It's estimated that 1 in 59 children is diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. It's called the autism spectrum because autism actually covers a wide scope of complex disorders in brain development, including executive function, communication, and socialization skills. More than 70,000 children with autism in the U.S. are transitioning to adulthood each year. Fortunately, First Place AZ, a 501c3 nonprofit, compassionately recognizes and understands the challenges these adults face and developed a state-of-the-art housing community that offers opportunities for independent living. Take a look.
First Place residents and their families experience a whole range of emotions, a whole range of learned abilities, and also friendships. It is an innovative apartment community integrated within the heart of the greater Phoenix community. Light rail and public transit, jobs, healthcare, and how you learn to live a more independent and very big life. First Place was inspired by our son Matthew, who's 28 years old. When he was diagnosed 26 years ago, we were told to love, accept, and plan to institutionalize him. And I went looking at those places, and I ran away as fast as I possibly could. There is an ever-increasing number of children with autism entering adulthood. Across the country, more than 70,000 each year. And once they leave school and all that early education and early intervention, there's very little for them. Services are either non-existent or disjointed, and there's a sorely lacking portfolio of housing. The primary reasons people come to First Place, first and foremost, are because they want friends. Next, they want jobs, and then they want to learn how to live a more independent life, and their parents want that for them too. People are coming from across the country to explore what First Place has to offer in our Transition Academy, in our apartments, and also in what is the most autism-friendly city in the world. So the apartments represent supportive housing here at First Place. And fair housing rules the day. So people who are living here are choosing to live here because it works for them, because they like the supports, amenities, and the community life that we offer. As its name implies, it may be the first place they live after leaving the family home. It may not be the only place. After they have their skills and their jobs and their friends, they will have an option to move on to their next place. However, for some, it may be their forever place, and that's their choice. And you know, at the end of the day, as much as there's so much for all of us to want to accomplish, the things that matter most are that we as moms and dads have done the very best possible job that we could. And that's my commitment to Matt and to our family, that yes, I would love to see more First Places, and I believe that will happen. But in my heart of hearts, the most important part is to make sure that Matt can be successful here at First Place. And home doesn't just happen, it takes time. And that's why I feel so fortunate that we can continue in our lifetimes to put our fingerprints on this so that we can help him with his big steps and also help us with ours.
First Place's Transition Academy also offers a 2-year residential life skills program operated by SARC. The program helps build crucial independent living and career readiness skills by collaborating with dozens of employers, and also led the recruitment of a major company to Arizona. The First Place Transition Academy is allowing participants to maximize their capacity to live more independently through the Learn for Independence curriculum. If you'd like to learn more about this unique residential property in Greater Phoenix, head over to firstplaceaz.org. I'll be back with more on Doing More right after this. Welcome back to Doing More. We're here at First Place Phoenix, a housing property designed to help adults with autism and other different abilities build more independent lives in a supportive, inclusive community where they can make new friends, learn life skills, and pursue employment. According to the latest National Autism Indicators report, many adults on the spectrum have difficulty finding jobs. The unemployment rate for these individuals is around 85%. Sadly, individuals with autism slide backward after high school at a far greater rate than any other disability group. There's also a widespread misunderstanding of and stigma about autism by the general public. That's one reason First Place felt it was critical to design a supportive residential property in the heart of Greater Phoenix to help residents develop lives that are meaningful, productive, fulfilling, and connected to the broader community. Now let's take a look at another organization making a difference for thousands of students through the experience of field trips and visual arts.
Act One's mission is to provide access to the arts for students in Title I schools and the community through the Culture Paths program. We were founded in 2011 when our founders realized that students in Title I schools were not getting the access to the live arts experiences as part of their education, and they decided to do something about it and founded Act One. What we do is work with Title I schools throughout Arizona, Phoenix and Tucson, and 60 arts partners throughout the state. And what we do is send students from Title I schools on field trips as part of their education. We pay for the admission, we pay for the busing, the transportation, we provide teaching guides. So it's an all-inclusive program so that arts are part of the student's education.
We are at the Mesa Arts Center, and the students today have seen a production of Child's Play's Maddie's Fridge. For a lot of these students, this is going to be the first time they've stepped foot into a theater, had an opportunity to see a live production in a professional theater, and it's probably one of the most amazing experiences to watch them leave as they're doing now, with the smiles on their faces and the sheer excitement about being able to go home and talk to their parents about this amazing experience that they've had in a theater. And who knows, maybe they'll bring their parents back here, their parents will check out other shows, and kind of make this a lifelong opportunity and tradition to experience the arts together.
Teachers have the chance to go online and sign up for the field trips that they want to come on. We then figure out which field trips we're able to accommodate them on. Act One pays for the tickets, for the busing, and the school is responsible for $1 per participant.
We actually took them to a play. Some of my students, it was the first time that they actually went to the Mesa Arts Center, and they were amazed.
Today we went on a field trip to go to see Maddie's Fridge, and my dad came, and then we went on the bus, and then we saw a lot of cool things.
Act One is important to the school because they help kids learn, and they bring them on field trips, and they can learn more after going on field trips and see new things.
I enjoy the field trips because they're fun and help us learn.
My experience was that I had fun and I learned more things than I actually knew.
It meant so much to them. So that was an amazing opportunity and such a great tie-in to bring back into the classroom.
Act One wouldn't be able to deliver our programs without the support of our donors and our contributors. They see that we deliver a program that is not replicable. It's not being replicated elsewhere.
A rich education in the arts helps students reach their academic potential. Plus, the arts experience provokes the aha moments of inspiration, discovery, and belonging where learning begins. We also visited with Cindy Message, a cancer survivor who's devoted her time to volunteering by using Cox Gig Speeds. Take a look.
My battle with cancer gave me a new outlook on life, and I really wanted to help other people by volunteering. You start looking at your life coming to an end, and you say, should I do something different? Could I make it last a little bit longer so I can enjoy my grandsons for a little longer? And it does change the way that you live. One of the places that I volunteered is Purple Air, and Purple Air helps people understand the air quality in their neighborhood so they can make better decisions on the life that they're living. When you're looking at the map, you'll see that some of the sections are green, and then you'll see some sections that head more towards oranges, reds, and then down into the deepest reds, which are more purple. And you can see the number of particulates. You'll see a number within the circle. So the circle will be green, and it'll show 4. And so you know the particulate level is very low, but then when it starts heading into the red region, you'll also see that the particulates are getting up into the 150 range. I get excited because Adrian, the CEO, is very passionate about what he's doing, and he wants to give back to the community. He wants people to be able to understand the air quality, and it just rubs off on you. And you realize the impact that poor air quality could have, not only for us, but on future generations, and how just showing people what air quality is and getting them excited about it is going to have an impact for the future. So I've been helping him with the bookkeeping. I've been helping him understand what he needs to do with employees, and he's really doing extremely well. What's really fun, though, is I can do the bookkeeping here and pull information in, but in order to do that, I have to have high speed. My husband works from home, and I've got several computers that are set up to give me the ability to work on multiple things and do research, perhaps while I'm trying to figure out where things go in the books and how to make sure everything is aligned properly. And GigaBlast gives me the ability to run multiple computers so that I can have access to all of the information that I need. And I really want to thank Cox Communications for providing GigaBlast in the community.
The Gig for Good program highlights how customers are using their Cox internet to do good in the community. Because of this, Cindy Message received a year of free gig speed service from Cox Communications to help her do her good works. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Doing More, where we shine a light on the good things happening in our communities. We're here at First Place, a diverse community of pride, purpose, and endless possibilities. At First Place, shared experiences and collective memories help build an authentic, active community life and culture. From meditation, culinary events, and exercising to bowling, Feel Good Fridays, and barbecues on the patio at Joey's Grill. This is all made possible by supportive partners who are always ready and willing to mentor these events. And speaking of mentoring, check out Rhode Island's mentoring program, which is helping youth succeed in life.
I'm Joanne Schofield. I'm the president and CEO of Mentor Rhode Island. Mentor Rhode Island is a statewide agency where we run several school-based mentoring programs, but we also offer support to a network of over 60 mentoring programs in the state. Mentor Rhode Island started over 30 years ago as a subcommittee of the Central Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, really doing a lot of workforce development work. Kids were coming out of school and they didn't have the soft skills that they needed. They weren't on time, they didn't know how to make eye contact, shake hands, and really bring the skills that they needed to the workplace. We started a mentoring program with just 10 kids in one Warwick Elementary School and 10 mentors from MetLife, and it's really just blossomed into a statewide network now where we have over 5,000 kids.
My name is Zachary Champlin, and I got started with mentoring in 5th grade. I actually asked for a mentor and wanted to try out the program. I kind of pushed it with my administrators at the time, and I got a mentor after a few months named Ed. He is my family. He legit has been there for me through a lot of dark times, and my family likes him. My family actually loves him. You know, he's pretty much my main father figure that I use and help my confidence and all that.
Well, my name's Doug Schobel. I've been involved with the program for about 20 years now and love it. I mean, the kids are awesome, the directors, the CEO, Joe, who you've met, just everyone's fantastic. I think we all need a mentor. You know, no matter what walk of life you're in, what business, you know, I have business mentors, I have mentors in different parts of my life, and I think mentor is just a support, a friend, an unconditional person off of whom you bounce things.
People ask me what type of person would make a great mentor, and basically anybody who really likes kids and wants to make a difference. Many times people are a little bit afraid of the commitment of becoming a mentor, but it's only an hour a week. You eat lunch every day, so why not eat lunch with a young person in a local school? We could refer you to a program that's maybe more accessible on weekends or after work. We can really work with your schedule to make sure that you have an opportunity to make a difference for a young person.
I travel, I have 3 kids, I used to coach, so I have a busy schedule, but you pick an hour that works for you. There are a lot of different opportunities that can fit in your life very easily. I'm excited to introduce my mentee to you. This is Manus. Manus is the man. I think you'll see him on Sundays one day, whether it be in the NBA, the NFL. He could be a NASA scientist. Dude is so smart. He's got the world at his fingers.
I would say for anybody who wants a mentor to go for it.
I would say that having a mentor is a good thing. You can make new friends from mentoring.
If you're thinking about doing it, absolutely do it. If you haven't thought about doing it, you do it too, because it's that easy and it's that important.
What a great Doing More story. We also traveled to New England to visit a foundation that's making a big impact on youth. Take a look.
Hello, my great guys. I love you guys. My name is Alan Sean Feinstein, and I'm the founder of the Feinstein Foundation. Feinstein Foundation was established to make youngsters feel they were special and make them do things to reach out to help other people. Had made a great deal of money in the business world. I started a financial newsletter, and the fact that I was an international columnist gave me quite a bit of heft. But I really wanted to do something for children. So I decided to establish the Feinstein Foundation, put money into it, and reach out to as many schools and youngsters as I possibly could. Feinstein Leadership Schools, I think there are 176 now, and they're schools that really pledge to make junior scholars, to encourage their youngsters to reach out and do good deeds for others. We supply them with journals for their youngsters to keep their good deeds in, and at the back of the journal is a very special junior scholar card that has on it many places that they and their guests can go absolutely free. We ask them to hold on to one of their junior scholar cards because when they apply to college, and they get a leg up on our scholarship money.
Math was always my strong suit and I enjoyed it, so I just wanted to help fellow students, and I did that for a few years in high school. So one of the high school guidance counselors came to me about the Louis Feinstein Memorial Scholarship, and it was for people who were doing some kind of public service, which I was doing the tutoring, and people who were going into the public service field. So I was going to be an educator, and I always tell my students that when Mr. Feinstein comes to visit, that it's because of him that I am able to do what I can do. The values that are taught through this program, I believe, are vitally important. We're shaping our future, and if kids don't learn how important it is to help other people, the world is not going to be a better place, and we want to make the world a better place one good deed at a time.
This is our treasure, the children that we're going to leave behind us, and I have been privileged to play such a role in their young lives. See you later, alligator! Every time you do something that makes somebody smile, you make the world a better place, and that makes you a very special person.
Such an empowering story. We'll be back with more on Doing More right after this. Welcome back to Doing More. We're here at First Place Phoenix, where residents are taking steps towards a life of independence through housing, employment, and community involvement. We also traveled to visit an organization enhancing resiliency. Take a look.
In Arizona, suicide is the second leading cause of death for our children, ages 10 to 19. But we know that with prevention education, it doesn't have to be that way. We can lower that number just purely by learning what to look for and what to do. You know, from Teen Lifeline's inception, our mission has been focused on preventing teen suicide across Arizona. And for the last 34 years, we really have been focused on helping to build the resiliency of teens across the state, as well as helping our communities, our schools, towns, our cities, and all the communities across the state, really fostering support and helping them to build a sense of support and resources for their youth.
I think the greatest thing about the hotline is they're going to talk to another teen. So they'll talk to somebody who's just like them, who understands what they're going through because they're going through it too. But on top of that, the hotline is confidential and anonymous.
Most people think of Teen Lifeline as a serious room just filled with phones, and it's actually a place that I would call home because we do take calls, and that's a huge part of why we're here. But we're also here to have fun and get to know everyone, so we'll spend a lot of time here in the lounge and just chill and watch movies and do homework and talk to each other and see how how everyone is really doing.
I think teenagers deal with a lot of stressors that we didn't deal with when we were kids, and I think in general for adolescents, they don't have the experience to know that things won't always be the way that they are right now. I think that they live in a society where everything is instant. You know, they don't have to wait for information, they don't have to wait. So when they're in a lot of pain, they just don't have the experience and the knowledge to know that it's going to get better. So I think right now the biggest way kids are learning about us is through our school ID initiative. So we're on the back of over 200 school IDs across the state with a message of hope, and it simply says you're not alone. If you feel like giving up, don't. There's help, there's hope, and they can call Teen Lifeline. I think it's important for parents to know that they can call the hotline too. So while it is a peer counseling hotline, and if a parent calls, they will talk to a teen counselor, I think sometimes they just need a sounding board as well. So anybody can call Teen Lifeline, and that number is 602-248-TEEN or 602-248-8336. Also, feel free to visit the website at teenlifeline.org.
I want to thank Denise Resnick, First Place staff, and residents for their generous hospitality today. Remember, understanding the situation from the individual's perspective can increase your understanding and empathy. All behavior has a purpose. It may be the person's way of expressing something, or it may be their only way of exerting some control over their life. So let's try to understand what the world is like through their eyes. I'm Erica Cardenas. See you next time.